Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus, and I'm back again. Why am I back? Because you are just that important. And what am I referring to in the importance when it comes down to you? I'm talking about your freedom. I'm talking about your liberation. I'm talking about your life. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say to you that I'm constantly talking to you about a power that's unseen. Boy, you'd be surprised at what a power unseen is able to do. Look, you're standing on an earth that was brought in by a power unseen. Listening to a microphone that was brought in through an instrumentation of the powers that are unseen. And all of this. And so I just want to see if I can do some things, based upon a guidance of that spirit to enlighten perhaps your perception and make it easier to understand how wonderful that spirit is and how, even though you might not know it, grateful you really are. Ladies and gentlemen, of late we've been talking about a lot of sex exploitation. I want to take a moment and talk to you about some of the reasons why these things happen. I want to talk to you about what we can do about it. I mean, really do about it that works. And I just want, to bear with me as we kind of entertain this in such a way that it would be easier for all of our listeners to understand. Now, I think we must be honest with ourselves if we want to try to get any kind of truth, solutions to any problem that might exist. So I want to speak to you women. Why do I want to speak to you women? Because I'm going to speak to the men later. Women, you are very pretty. And you are sexy. Your body is absolutely gorgeous. Men love you, and you love men. Nevertheless, there is abuse that you and only you can play a part in ending. Money. Money, my friends, serve as an excuse to run around naked for the pleasure of men. I think about videos that are shown, singers, rappers, and others. Everybody, it seems, even selling cigarettes, they want to exploit sex to get you to pay attention. And by George, when you watch some of these videos and the kinds of dancing that takes place today, I'm sure you are quite familiar with. You see some of the strangest things going on. And the stranger the things that you see going on, you can always see the association of money. And even when these videos are going on and you got these dancers doing the things that they can do to exploit all of us who happen to be watching for the reasons that we know why the watching takes place. And the image that is projected is that what you see is perpetuated by money, because they're throwing money all around. And the ladies who are doing the dancing, they are saying to you, yes, it's all about the money. And we look at that, some of us, when we were young, and I'm going to say that because I'm speaking about me at least, you got a kick out of it. I mean, just to see these beautiful bodies. Thank God. But as you grow and you mature a little bit, you start seeing the dangers, and that doesn't really get you until you start seeing solutions. And when you start seeing solutions, then it really starts troubling you. And so when you see what used to be so gorgeous is still gorgeous, but it makes you want to do something about it, because you know that the sisters that are doing it, they are doing it to make the money. And all of the brothers and others that are perpetuating, playing a role in it, they're doing it for the same reason. It's all about the money. And we, the people who are making judgments on these kinds of situations, we can go one way or we can go in the other. But even we are persuaded the importance of money, whether we got it and don't need it and don't have compassion for others, or whether we don't have it and understand and have compassion for others. Neither of these situations resolve the problem. See, men can't do without you. So why don't you use your power as a suggestion to get equal protection, equal fairness, and equal justice? That is easier said than done. You see, men love to see you naked. And you notice that in these videos, you find the most beautiful. It reminds me of Bogus Street. You go out in the community, and the finest figures, I just got through telling you about women, right? And the finest figures out there, they weren't women. They were morphidites. They were, I don't even know how to say it, except the most beautiful looking women you can ever imagine, but they got a man's equipment. And hey, I'm gonna leave that right there. Anyway, it's all about the money. In the societies that we live in, it's all about the money. You see, if a person goes to look for a job, some employers will say, well, I can take advantage of this. I can choose who I want to work, and you know how they can exploit that. And you also got women who will go looking for a job dressing, knowing that they can exploit their beauty. They can exploit their looks to get what they want. So you got the game being played everywhere, except those people who cannot actually take advantage of their looks, but got the skills. And bottom line is, ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying to say, and I want you to understand that money is like a drug. It's like heroin. It's like crack. It's like any opiates. And there's nothing wrong with human beings wanting a life, a job, a career. Nothing wrong with that. But men, I'm just being frank and telling you the truth, want to open your legs. And the reason that they have been satisfied with it in the past is because they've had what you want, access, money. It's amazing, my friends. Using money to exploit anything and everyone. They put a price on everything. Then they make the money, decides who gets it, and how much they get. And in effect, they're deciding who is wealthy and who is poor. They're deciding who's got and who's not. You see, using money replaces the human spirit. And chasing after money, humans lose the spirit and they become evil. They become liars and cheaters and thieves and robbers. They become haters and racists and bigots, terrorists and murderers, and what we might call good for nothing. But now, I think about something I saw on television last night. The Bachelor. I couldn't believe I happened to walk through the house and it was on. The Bachelor. They're actually, a lot of you grew up where they were talking about the kinds of things that they talk about on The Bachelor. They didn't even want you to talk about it at home. They didn't even want you talking about it. In fact, they didn't even want you talking about it till you got grown. Some of them didn't even want to talk to you as you're growing up to teach you. And here it is being portrayed on national television, how to pick up women and how to abuse situations. In other words, everything that they teach you in the church about this kind of stuff, they're actually now exhibiting it on television as being normal. And I said that because I wanted to say that these girls, again, that's all out there, they're the most, what you might call the prettiest girls. Now, what does that mean? The prettiest girls out there going, so they're saying, God, thank you for making me pretty. Nah, let me tell you, before I go any further, this is not the way of the peace and prosperity and freedom and joy. This is not the way of life. This is a distraction. The way of life has been made, and it works. But a distraction has taken place. And all that's happening around us is a part of the distraction. And so my point over here is try to see if I can throw some light on the distraction so that you can understand the source. Ladies and gentlemen, you think about the actors. You think about people who want to make big money. And I'm saying this to you men now. Yeah, women do chase you, but they don't chase half as hard as you. And they don't chase as far out as you. You seem as if you're just like an animal. Wild as can be. And most of you get it honest because that's the way you felt it, grew around it, thought about it, influenced. And you've gone to some extremes from the beginning until now. But times are changing. They thought would change a long time ago. But a lot of times when you thought things had changed, they just went behind the curtain. They didn't change. And so the exploitation still took place. But to you men, let me tell you, when you have done these kinds of things, and I know how you feel, I can imagine how you feel, especially when the times have changed and what you did when you felt it was appropriate. And some of you guys have gotten busted. That's what I'm talking about. And I know you feel like, why you? Especially when you know that most of the human race was in one way or another engaged in some form or fashion of that same kind of stuff. But now you've been held out all before the world to see as a misfit. And some of you have gotten old. And some of these women, they're not old. I guess they were abused when they were young because they're not old yet. And you're walking around and people got to hold you up to help you walk. Man, that sure looks ugly. It sure looks ugly. For you to have regressed in your life to this point. And this is the baggage. I mean, where is the man amongst you? Whether you're abusing women or whether you're abusing boys. Where is the one amongst you that can stand up and accept the responsibilities for what you are being accused of because you know it's true? But you're bold enough to speak to the human population about what it is that brought you to this point. See, the people are going crazy because they don't understand this stuff. They don't feel like that. Where are you coming from? And there was something that was so powerful that motivated you beyond any and allowed you. So speak to us. Because unless we know what the problem is, We can't fix it. And going to jail is not fixing anything. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say to you, jails won't stop it. Prisons won't stop it. But if you take the money out of it, it stops immediately. Take the money out of it, it stops immediately. Take the money out of selling drugs, and it won't go any place. And how do you take the money out of selling drugs? Because people still want drugs. You give it to them free. You make sure they get it free. But then a lot of people won't even want to smoke or do. So take the money out of it. What do you do when these dancers out here doing what they do? How do you take the money out of that? Why? You ask yourselves, what are they going to do with money? Some people say, well, they're just going to go party. Well, not all people party. Some people pay bills. Some people use it for necessities. So what do? You make sure that they have access to whatever it is that they desire, need, or want. That's how you do that. But who gonna do that? Who amongst us are that selfless? Wow, I'm talking too long. Look, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna stop right there. I got another presentation I want to make a little bit later on. I didn't mean to speak this long, so please forgive me, but I hope I haven't wasted your time. I hope you got something out of what I'm saying. And remember, I got 1,000 videos here and there, so watch me on anything, and I guarantee you're going to get something. Until next time, this is Eddie Marcus saying goodbye.